Alright guys, Rich here from the RC Network, and this video is going to go over some of the upgrades I did to my Arrma Typhon 6S BLX. Now in the front of the camera you see there, that's definitely not a stock Arrma Typhon. I have kind of constructed a small budget, and this is definitely going to be a budget-minded upgrade series, so keep that in mind. I wanted to not only improve the looks of the Arrma, but also improve the performance on a budget. So this is not going to be a $2,000 buggy kit. This is going to be something that almost anyone out there can add 1, 2, 3, or all of these items to help improve the performance of their Typhon. So step 1, buy a Typhon. Step 2, upgrade it and increase the performance here. So went ahead and went to some of my friends over at ProLineRacing.com, also Team Orion, Duratrax Paint, and also Futaba for some of the parts on this build. So all of those items will be in the video description down below, so you can just click on that. It takes you right over to where you can buy it. So as far as some of the items that I picked, I was somewhat inspired actually by the new Team Durango DEX8 that's coming out. That platform is actually based solely on the Typhon here, so not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg, but they definitely have a lot of similarities. So hopefully some of those upgrade parts that are on the Team Durango, their race version, is going to kind of trickle down to where we can actually install them on our Typhon, so stay tuned for that. Now next, let's take a look at some of the items that I actually installed on this buggy. Proline Trifecta wing. This thing is cool. This is their new version of it that actually includes some technology from Ty Tessman, the pretty much world champion of RC. This thing is pretty cool. This actually has not only the wing, but it comes with 2 separate wicker bars to help tune it. So both wicker bars are identical, but those things get broke off pretty easily, so they give you 2 of them in the package. Now this thing is actually tunable to increase downforce and do various other things. Other thing I noticed, this is a lot more flexible than the stock one, so it's not going to put too much pressure on that somewhat weaker wing mount that I found on a lot of the Arrma vehicles. So I actually broke my Creighton one a while back, if you saw that video. Next thing here, I went with some Proline Blockade tires in the soft compound. That works out great for my track. And some split 6 wheels also from Proline Racing. Now these wheels and tires are a little bit on the heavier side than the white dish wheels that they offer, but I wanted that stealth look, so they turned out pretty good. Now the Blockade tire is definitely a smaller pin tire than the Arrma's RTR tires, and definitely a softer compound to give me better traction, at least on the track that I run at. So as far as the body, that was kind of a total budget build thing. Late last night, I actually was inspired by the blue and white design of the Proline wing and decided I can't have just a red RTR body on this thing, so I actually did something kind of taboo in the RC world, and I painted the exterior of this shell. So simply I just used some of this Duratrax painter line and got rid of all the red, spray painted it with some blue metallic paint from Duratrax as well. Went on great. Now the durability of it won't last as long as it would be on the inside, but being that it's a buggy body, they last pretty long. So pretty much you're going to land on your wing, your front shock tower, and the tires and wheels. That's what takes the abuse on buggies. So anyways, that should last pretty long, and kind of put some of my favorite stickers on there from some of the people that are on this build. So pretty cool. So next thing here, taking the body off, you can kind of see here really quick, it turned out pretty nice. Blue metallic, and on the inside just looks like a stock RTR Typhon body. So added some little red highlights with the stickers, just peeled those off, peeled them back on, and then of course the Team Orion there, so nice red, white, and blue, and carbon fiber look to it. So definitely dig that. Duratrax, Team Durango, got the big star right there, kind of fit perfectly in this little indentation, so kind of cool. All right, on to the buggy and some of the guts. The Team Orion electronics are definitely nice items. Now this is their entry-level 8-skill system. This is the Neon 8 2000 kV 4-pole motor. This thing is the same size as the Arrma, but only capable of up to 4S lipos. So I plan to only run 4S on this thing, but I've geared it up with the high-speed gear that was included in the kit from the Typhon. Now their RX-8, or God, I messed that one up. This is the R8 ESC. This thing is awesome. Definitely roots from their Pro line version of this, and came with Dean's connector, plugs right in. It's a sensorless setup, so it's not going to have that smooth throttle control at first pull, but nonetheless, budget build. We want to keep this thing in a budget-minded portion here. The waterproof switch mounted straight up. Both items are waterproof, so that's pretty cool if you plan to run this thing in a watered environment. Now, as far as servos, I went with a known servo here at the RC Network. This is the Futaba BLS371. This thing is super fast, has plenty of torque, 263 inches of torque, and I believe it's right in at about 0.1 seconds. So super fast, super torquey, and has overall improved greatly the steering on this Typhon. So last thing here, I went with the MT-4 and the RX-461 from Airtronics. Super fast controller, budget-minded. $200 gets you pretty much a race-ready radio, and you're pretty much set to go. I dropped this battery in just for some testing last night. This is just a 3S LiPo just to get me up and running, making sure everything is running right, servos coordinated or calibrated, and we're all pretty much set to go. Well, that's all the electronics. That is some of the exterior items. I can't wait to run this. There will definitely be some cool running videos of this Arrma Typhon DEX8 inspired buggy. I can't wait to get this thing out to my local spot and show you guys exactly what it can do. Well, guys, if you have any questions about this build, feel free to post those questions on down below. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. That's it for now, guys. Over and out.